The 1990s, a decade of grunge, dial-up internet, and the golden age of automobiles. In a time when the world was transitioning from analog to digital, cars found themselves at a crossroads. Many argue that this era was the peak of automotive design and engineering. But why? What made 90s cars so special? Today we're diving deep into the elements that made the cars of the 90s legendary, and why they continue to hold a special place in the hearts of enthusiasts worldwide. The 90s were a time of balance in the automotive world. Manufacturers had spent decades learning, innovating, and refining their designs. By the 90s, they had mastered the art of combining performance, style, and reliability into one package. Unlike the overly complex electronics of today or the purely mechanical nature of earlier decades, 90s cars struck the perfect middle ground. These were cars that could be driven hard, maintained easily, and owned without a second mortgage. The diversity of the market meant that there was a car for every taste, every need, and every budget. Whether you wanted a sporty coupe, a family sedan, or a practical hatchback, the 90s had it all. Take for example the Toyota Supra or the Nissan Skyline R34. These cars weren't just fast, they were icons. Their sleek designs and powerful engines made them stand out on the streets, but it wasn't just about horsepower. It was about balance, the way these cars handled, the feedback they gave to the driver, and the connection they created between man and machine. The Supra's 2JZ engine became the stuff of legends, capable of handling immense power with just a few tweaks. The Skyline R34, with its advanced all-wheel drive system and twin-turbocharged RB26 engine, became a dream car for enthusiasts worldwide, thanks in part to its appearances in media and motorsports. And then there was the Honda NSX, Japan's answer to the supercars of Europe, offering a driving experience that was both thrilling and accessible. Step inside a 90s car and you'll find an interior focused on the driver. The dashboards were analog, the buttons were tactile, and the transmissions, oh, those beautiful manual transmissions, gave you complete control over the driving experience. It wasn't just about getting from point A to point B, it was about how you got there. The experience was immersive, engaging, and rewarding. There was a certain purity to the experience, a sense of connection between driver and machine that modern cars, with their touchscreens and automated systems, struggle to replicate. You didn't need a PhD in technology to operate a 90s car. Everything was intuitive, straightforward, and designed with the driver in mind. In an era before distractions like in-car infotainment systems and driver assistance features, it was just you, the car, and the open road. 90s cars weren't just vehicles, they were cultural icons. They didn't just exist in the real world, they dominated the silver screen and the virtual tracks of video games. Who could forget the Toyota Supra from the Fast and the Furious, racing through the streets and cementing its place in automotive history? Or the countless hours spent racing 90s cars in Gran Turismo and Need for Speed, where these machines became more than just pixels. They were dream cars, attainable with the push of a button. And it wasn't just in the West. In Japan, the initial D-series made heroes out of cars like the AE86, Nissan Silvia, and Mazda RX-7. These vehicles weren't just admired, they were celebrated, revered, and emulated by fans around the world. They became symbols of freedom, speed, and the thrill of the chase. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel. It would help us a lot and motivate us to continue producing exciting videos for you. Thank you very much, let's continue. But it wasn't all about style and speed. 90s cars were built to last. In an era before planned obsolescence became the norm, manufacturers focused on durability. These cars were engineered to keep running mile after mile, year after year. It's not uncommon to see a 90s car still on the road today, running smoothly after 200,000 miles or more. Their simplicity made them easy to maintain and repair, unlike the complicated, computer-driven systems of modern cars. With fewer electronics and more robust mechanical components, 90s cars are often easier to diagnose and fix. For the DIY mechanic, this was a golden age. You could pop the hood and actually understand what you were looking at. This has led to a vibrant community of enthusiasts who keep these cars alive, restoring them, modifying them, and driving them with the same passion as when they first rolled off the production line. Affordability was another key factor. Cars in the 90s provided exceptional value for money. Whether you were looking for a reliable daily driver or a performance beast, there was something for everyone, and it didn't cost an arm and a leg. The bang for your buck factor was off the charts. something that today's market, with its sky-high prices and endless options, often lacks. Even today, 90s cars can offer incredible value. As the market for these vehicles continues to grow, enthusiasts are finding that with some love and care, these cars can be not only reliable but also a lot of fun. The cost of entry remains relatively low compared to modern equivalents, making them an attractive option for those who want to experience the thrill of driving without breaking the bank. And let's not forget the tunability. 90s cars were a blank canvas for enthusiasts. Their simpler engines and mechanics made them perfect for modifications. From swapping out exhausts to boosting engines with turbochargers, the possibilities were endless. The tuning scene of the 90s was vibrant and diverse, with a car culture that emphasized creativity, performance, and personalization. This DIY culture helped forge a strong bond between car and owner, a relationship that's often missing in the plug-and-play world of modern vehicles. Enthusiasts could spend hours, even days, perfecting their cars, tweaking every detail to suit their tastes. The result was a car that wasn't just a machine, but an extension of the owner's personality, a reflection of their passion and dedication. Fast forward to today and you'll notice something missing. Modern cars, while packed with technology, often lack the soul that defined 90s automobiles. They're faster, safer, and more efficient, but they're also more sterile. The personality, the quirks, the unique character that each 90s car had, it's all been smoothed out in the pursuit of perfection. The design language of modern cars has become more homogenized, driven by aerodynamics, safety regulations, and the need to appeal to a global market. While today's cars are undoubtedly more advanced, they often lack the distinctiveness that made 90s cars so memorable. Back then, a car's design was as much about emotion as it was about function, leading to creations that were not only efficient but also inspiring. So, did cars peak in the 90s? For many, the answer is yes. It was a time when cars were more than just transportation. They were an experience. A time when the connection between driver and machine was as important as getting from point A to point B. And while today's cars might be technically superior, there's something irreplaceable about the spirit of 90s cars. A spirit that continues to drive automotive passion to this day. The 90s were a golden era where cars were designed for people who loved to drive. They weren't just about getting somewhere, they were about enjoying the journey. Every trip was an opportunity to connect with the road, to feel the thrill of acceleration, and to revel in the simplicity of a well-made machine. This is why 90s cars continue to captivate enthusiasts, young and old, across the globe. As we look back, it's clear that these cars were more than just machines. They were symbols of freedom, expression, and the joy of driving. And while the automotive world has moved on, the legacy of 90s cars remains. They continue to inspire, to thrill, and to remind us of a time when driving was about more than just getting from A to B. It was about the thrill, the passion, and the pure joy of the open road. Thanks for watching. If you're as passionate about 90s cars as we are, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more automotive content, and let us know in the comments what your favorite 90s car is. We love hearing your stories, your memories, and your experiences with these incredible machines. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of cars, past and present. And remember, whether you're behind the wheel of a 90s classic or dreaming of owning one someday, the spirit of these cars lives on in all of us. See you on the next ride. Special thanks to the creators of the copyright-free visuals featured in this video, including footage from insert sources like Pexels, Pixabay, Archive.org, etc. We couldn't have brought the 90s back to life without your amazing contributions. See you on the next ride.